With the recent Minecraft Live event, alongside a bunch of new information about 1.19, the Wild update, we also got some updates as to what is going on with 1.18 and when exactly we can be expecting this update. In this video, we are going to be talking all about how we could be seeing the Caves and Cliffs update part 2 as early as next month in November, which is just a matter of weeks away now. So if you are excited, be sure to drop the video a like and subscribe if you are new around here. But without going on for any longer, let's get right into the video. Now, as I said, alongside information about the new and upcoming Wild update for Minecraft, we also received a bunch of info for the Caves and Cliffs update part 2 and when it could be releasing. Now let me start from the very beginning and give you an idea as to what is going on with the Caves and Cliffs update in order to clear up any confusion, because although you may understand the situation right now, just realise that there's a lot of people out there that find this whole situation quite confusing. Now, Minecraft 1.17, the Caves and Cliffs update, was originally revealed at Minecraft Live back in 2020 to be the next major headline update for Minecraft. This would come with new updated caves, mountains, a bunch of new mobs, and the deep dark. Fast forward to summer 2021 when the update was scheduled to be released. It was torn into two separate pieces, with archaeology being completely scrapped and the deep dark, the warden, and the updated terrain generation being pushed back to an update that is still yet to release. Now let's fast forward again to the current day where we currently are in October. The Deep Dark has been delayed yet again, with the Warden also being delayed, now meaning that 1.18 is basically just bringing over the leftover features from 1.17, being the terrain generation. So just to avoid any confusion, this update we are going to be talking about today is 1.18, which is bringing along with it not the Warden, not the Deep Dark, but the updated mountain generation and cave generation, along with seed parity. Now let's focus up on something I said just a few seconds ago. The Deep Dark and the Warden have been removed from 1.18 and have been pushed back to 1.19. This, I believe, I do not want to speak for Mojang or the developers, but I believe this is one of the key reasons the update was pushed back so far. Mojang tried to do so much with the Deep Dark and the Warden, as we could see with what they shown us at this year's Minecraft Live. They added full-on deep dark cities, skulk shriekers, a bunch of new items and blocks, a bunch of changes to the Warden. Mojang were trying to do so much with the deep dark because it was the Cave and Cliffs update. One of the biggest features in that update, right? It's basically one of the main headline features. We've been talking about progress updates for quite a few months here on the channel now. We've been following Henrik, who's been telling us a lot about the seed parity and the terrain generation him and a few other members of the team are working on. There's also been a bunch of updates in general about what the entire team is doing with terrain generation, seed parity, bug fixes, gameplay changes. But the one thing that we've been hearing about non-stop from King B Dogs, who's one of the main developers working on the Deep Dark and the Warden, is about how long it is taking to work on porting and AI changes for the Warden and the Deep Dark itself. From people like Henrik, we've saw him go back and forth with seed parity, mountain generation, cave generation, bug fixes, but with King B Dogs for a solid few months, while Henrik was giving us updates as to all of these changes, all we really heard was from King B Dogs was a few little changes being made to the Warden and not much apart from that. And that's why I believe right now that we really heard nothing from King B Dogs. He must have been trying his hardest behind the scenes along with a bunch of other members from the Mojang team to get this done as fast as possible and to get it out there as fast as possible. Now, as I said, now the main feature, or one of the main features from the Caves and Cliffs update, has been pushed back even further. There's really not much more for the Mojang team to do with the Caves and Cliffs update part 2. The main thing I've been able to gather from following these developers over the past few months and weeks, and by keeping up to date with what they're doing, it seems like the main thing they're working on right now is seed parity and bug fixes and the terrain generation and optimizing it. As Henrik said at Minecraft Live, he could not just drop new mountains in there and expect it to work. Mojang had to go and change the entire terrain generation to make them fit with these new and updated mountains, which is why this whole process is so important. Now that's mostly done though, it just leaves Mojang with a few tasks to do before they can release this update. Let's not forget the biggest hint we've got at this so far is when Lady Agnes said at Minecraft Live, when asked when can we expect the Caves and Cliffs update part 2, the response in a month or two was given, obviously meaning that a month from when that was said on October the 16th would be obviously November. So could we expect to see the Caves and Cliffs update part 2 in November? I really hope so, and that's me being a bit optimistic, and let me explain why. If we started seeing the release of the Caves and Cliffs update part 2, getting the update out of the way before the end of the year, potentially we could even start seeing snapshots before the end of 2021. That is very optimistic thinking and pure speculation, and there's been no confirmation at all about any of that. I just want to clarify, but it is definitely exciting to think that all of this is going on and we could potentially see snapshots before the end of the year. It's not out of the ordinary. In 2020 we obviously saw the release of the Nether update, and at the same time we also got a bunch of information about the Caves and Cliffs update. Let's not forget the swamp that Mojang are adding to the game right now has been in Mojang's little thought bubble for a very long time. They've been considering adding these new trees and frogs and updated swamps and boat chests for a very long time, so I would not be surprised at all if those assets have been sitting behind the scenes for a while and Mojang could just real quick implement them into a snapshot to show them off. But yeah, overall, if I was being a bit optimistic, I would say to keep an eye out for the release of the Caves and Cliffs update part 2 sometime in November. Most likely they'll be a little bit more realistic. I think that it could potentially be pushed back to December, but if you asked me to choose between November or December, I do think November is a lot more likely. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. When do you think the Minecraft Caves and Cliffs update part 2 will be released? And are you excited for the Minecraft Wild update? Be sure you go down below and comment your favourite mob in Minecraft if you made it this far into the video, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.